Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Welcome to Electronics. I am Madam Rosmina Zwin Abdul Rahim. Okay, as usual, let's have a look on this hadith. Abu Hurairah reported, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, when the human being dies, his deeds end except for three: ongoing charity, beneficial knowledge, or a righteous child who prays for him. Source Sahih Muslim. Okay, I'm sharing this hadith, although it's already a familiar hadith to us, because I would like to emphasize on the beneficial knowledge, which is among the good deeds that will help us in the hereafter. Okay, so let's internalize this hadith within us. Keep sharing good knowledge, keep sharing beneficial knowledge, help our friends to study, help those around us in showing good examples, because it also can be a beneficial knowledge to them. Okay, thank you. So we are still in chapter 5, BJT AC analysis. This video is about chapter 5b, which has two subtopics. The first one is common emitter amplifier type 2. The second one is common emitter amplifier type 3. As we may recall, common emitter amplifier has three types, which are emitter grounded, the one with RE, and the one with CE. So we already covered emitter grounded in previous chapter. So in this video, we are going to cover these another two types. Okay, now we come to the second type of common emitter amplifier, which is the emitter connected to RE. And in this particular type, as you can see from the circuit, this is the additional RE that we have at the emitter terminal. And in this case, normally R0 value is infinite. And in this particular AC analysis, there will be new parameter that we need consider, which is called RIB, which is the input resistance looking from the base, RIB, which is given by VB over IB. Then here are the suggested steps for type 2, where obviously first we need to consider R0, and we consider the V0 equation, but later the additional step is here, where we need to consider RIB first, then only we can calculate for RI, because RI is actually RIB in parallel to RTH. And later just follow the steps where we need to find for VI in terms of VBE and get the open circuit voltage gain. So as can be seen from this small signal equivalent circuit, the upper one is actually for type 1, where emitter is grounded, as can be seen here, where emitter is directly grounded. Then let's have a look for the second one, which refers to type 2, where as can be seen here, now we have RE at the emitter, because we have the base, collector and emitter here, right? So at the emitter terminal there is RE, and where is RIB? The input resistor looking at the base. This is RIB, okay, input resistor looking at the base. So in this case, we need to find for RIB, and later only we can find for RI. So here, as can be seen, these are the suggested steps for us to solve for type 2, where we start with the R0 value, and then we find for V0, similar to type 1, but we have additional RIB here, which is given by R pi plus 1 plus beta RE. RIB is given by R pi plus 1 plus beta RE. And from there, we can calculate for RI. Okay. And another difference here is step number 5, where in type 1, we are simply saying VI equals to VBE, right? In type 1, but in this case, for this VI in terms of VBE, we have this equation, which is actually coming from the KVL circuit of type 2. So based on the small signal equivalent circuit, in order for us to relate VI and VBE, so can we see the KVL equation here? Okay, so considering KVL equation in this loop, we are considering VI, okay, which is the voltage across RTH, and at the same time we have VBE, which is the voltage across R pi, okay, because VBE is the voltage between base and emitter base and emitter terminals. So VBE is the voltage across R pi, and then we have voltage across RE. So that's why in this case we are saying VI is actually equals to VBE plus the voltage across RE. Okay, then in this case the voltage across RE is actually equals to IE RE, isn't it? Then in this case IE is actually equals to IB, okay, which is the current flowing from the base, and plus the IC, which is actually GM-VBE. Okay, so meaning to say this IB actually can be represented by VBE over R pi, and this IC can be represented by GM-VBE. Okay, so these are the current, this is the current representing the IE, then obviously times RE. Okay, so that's why we are having this expression, and at the end if you substitute accordingly, you are going to have VI equals to VBE times RIB over R pi, and the rest is just the same where we are considering the open circuit voltage. Okay, then to find for the open circuit voltage gain, okay, this expression, then later we can conclude our AC analysis. Okay, so to understand further about type 2, let's have a look on this one example. So as can be seen from the circuit, in this case we know this is common emitter amplifier simply by looking at V0, which is measured connected to the collector terminal. So we know this is common emitter amplifier where the gain should be negative, and we know this is type 2 simply because we have RE here at the emitter terminal. But in order for us to do the AC analysis for this particular BJT circuit, we need to start with the DC first by considering the Thevenin equivalent circuit. So if you consider the Thevenin equivalent circuit just now, okay, we find VTH, RTH, everything. So we can get the KVL equation, okay, related to Thevenin circuit. From there, we can find for IB. But please take note, when we do KVL at a Thevenin equivalent circuit, actually that circuit will be something like this. Okay, because we are having VTH, we are having RTH, then obviously that we have VBE between base and emitter junction, and at the same time we are having RE, meaning to say in our KVL equation we are having both IB and IE. But we take note that IE is actually equals to beta plus 1 IB, isn't it? IE equals to beta plus 1 IB, since in this particular example beta is 120, so we can simply say IE equals to 121 IB. So straight away we can replace the IE to IB, so that leaving one unknown only, so that we can solve for that where IB is given by this value. From there we can simply find for IC, and then remember from IB and IC values actually we can get all the small signal parameters for our AC analysis, which are R pi, R0 and GM. Then from the BJT circuit that we have a look just now, when we come to AC analysis, always take note that we always start with the BJT model first. Okay, remember this is the BJT model where we have the R pi, GM, VBE. In this case, we don't consider small R0 because it's infinity, because VA is infinity. And don't forget, this is the base, this is the collector, this is emitter, and in this particular case emitter is not grounded anymore because at emitter terminal we have RE between emitter and the ground, and at the same time we are having RC, the same thing, RC between collector and the ground, as well as we are having RTH and RS and VS by looking at the original circuit of BJT. Okay, so now we can just follow the suggested step where we start with step number 1, finding for R out, which is actually just equals to RC, and step number 2, finding for V0, where V0 is actually I0 R out, and in this case I0 is negative GM-VBE and R out is actually RC, so leaving V0 in terms of VBE. Then additional step here is step number 3 where we need to find for RIB, which is given by R pi plus 1 plus beta RE. So substitute everything, we get this value. Then from there we find for input resistance, which is actually RTH in parallel to RIB. Then step number 5, we relate VBE in terms of VI. In this case, we use the formula and we are having VI equals to 10.73 VBE. Okay, so now we already know the values of Ri and R0. So we are looking for AV, which is the open circuit voltage gain, to be represented in our voltage amplifier model. Then from step number 2 just now, we already have the V0 in terms of VBE as well as VI in terms of VBE. So in step number 5, we relate AVVI with V0. Remember, AVVI equals to V0 because we are having open circuit here. So V0, remember, it is in terms of VBE, and this VBE also we can relate it to in terms of VI. Okay, so leaving this equation where we can slash out the VI, leaving AV is negative 8.99. This is the open circuit voltage gain for this particular model. So in order for us to find for the new voltage gain, which is actually V0 over Vs, we can relate our voltage amplifier model with the source. Okay, connect it to the source. And in this case, we have to find VI in terms of Vs, obviously using the voltage divider. Then in step number 7, since we are not having any resistor here, still open circuit, there is no load resistor, so we can still use V0 equals to AVVI, where in this case AV we already found just now, and VI we are having in terms of Vs, and this should be our new voltage gain, the V0 over Vs, which is negative 8.86. So for the same example just now, if we run it in our PSpice simulation software, all the BJT circuits to see how the signal will be amplified. In this case, we are supplying AC signal with an amplitude of 0.01 volt in this particular example. So when we run the PSpice simulation, as we can see here, this is the input, the source voltage, and this is actually the output voltage. And from there, we can get the gain, which is quite similar to the one that we calculated before, 8.8 something, right? Okay, now we come to type 3, the common emitter amplifier, but this one now we are having additional bypass capacitor on top of Re. And in this case, there may be times when emitter resistor must be large. We must put Re because it's good for our DC design, because whenever we are having Re, actually the circuit will be much more stable. Okay, but by having this Re, actually we degrade the small signal gain severely. Okay, so what can we do is we put bypass capacitor, okay, in parallel to Re, so that whenever we are considering DC analysis, Re will be considered in analysis, but when we are considering AC analysis, Re won't be considered because we are having a bypass capacitor as a short circuit path in parallel to Re. So meaning to say Re won't have any effect in AC analysis. Then this is one particular example for type 3. So as you can see here, we are having Re, right? And in parallel to it, we are having bypass capacitor CE. Okay, meaning to say when we are considering DC analysis for this particular BJT circuit, capacitor is open circuit, right? So leaving Re in the analysis. But when we are considering AC analysis, capacitor will be short circuit, right? Okay, so since capacitor is short circuit is in parallel to a resistor, obviously there won't be any current flowing through resistor because current will be flowing through the short circuit. Meaning to say in AC analysis, Re will not be considered. So what can we say from that? Actually, this type 3 is similar to type 1, where emitter is actually grounded. Why? Because we are not considering Re. Why we are not considering Re? Because it's in parallel to capacitor. In AC analysis, capacitor is replaced with short circuit, so that's why it won't give any effect to Re path. So as we know, type 3 actually is just similar to type 1. So by looking at the suggested step, actually it's just exactly the same like when we are considering type 1. Okay, so this is just the same thing. Start with R0. Second step, get the V0 in terms of VBE. Then we calculate we calculate for RI. Then VBE equals to VI, straightforward. And from there, we can get the AVVI because we want to find for the open circuit voltage gain. Remember the three important components in voltage amplifier model: the AV, the R0, as well as the RI. Then later, in order for us to find for the V0 over Vs, which is the voltage gain of the amplifier, we need to consider the voltage source Vs. In this particular case, this is Rs and Vs connected to our voltage amplifier model. So in this case, similar to type 1, remember, we consider Vi in terms of Vs, and later we replace it in V0 equals to AVVI equation, where this Vi is replaced in terms of Vs. Then later we can get the ratio of V0 over Vs. Okay, now let's have a look for this particular BJT circuit. This is actually modified circuit from the type 2 that we discussed just now, and now we are having additional capacitor, this CE capacitor at the emitter, which is in parallel to our RE, to see how it can improve the voltage gain for this particular BJT amplifier circuit. So if we run the simulation, we get the result. So as you can see here, we maintain the same input, the same voltage source of 0.01 volt, and as you can see here, okay, for the same arrangement, it's just that we add capacitor in parallel to RE. Now the gain is improved to negative 113, 100 something, right? Before this, for type 2, the gain is only negative 8 point something, but for the same circuit, if we add the capacitor, now the gain is improved much more. So let's have a look on example for type 3, which is, again, I say it's similar to type number 1. In this case, let's consider for DC analysis first. Okay, as you know, we need to consider the Thevenin equivalent circuit. In this case, RTH, VTH are given so that we can proceed with the current calculation. And as usual, we do the DC analysis to get all the currents. Okay, I'm not going to cover this in too very details because it's just a repetition from whatever we have discussed before, but you can go through on your own, okay, as your self-revision to see whether you are getting that correctly. But if you do the KVL, when you do the Thevenin equivalent circuit, you are supposed to get the value of IB and IC. Then these values actually can be used to calculate for RPi, R0 and GM, which will be used later in AC analysis. So as you can see from the small signal equivalent circuit, now although RE is there, but in parallel to RE, we are having a capacitor CE, where capacitor is replaced with short circuit in AC analysis. So that's why we can consider emitter as grounded, okay, because RE won't be considered. So that's why we are saying in AC analysis, this particular type 3 is similar to type number 1. So we just follow the same suggested steps. When step number 1, we consider for R0. In this case, R0 equals to RC. We don't consider small R0 because for this particular example, R0 is infinity. Okay. Then step number 2, get the V0 equation, obviously in terms of VBE. And step number 3, get the RI, very straightforward, right? Where RI is RTH in parallel to RPi. And in this case, you can see that this is our VI, okay, at the input terminal. As you can see, VI is actually in parallel to VBE. So we can say VBE equals to VI. Okay, now we already have the value of Ri and R0. Now we are looking for the open circuit voltage gain to represent our voltage amplifier model. And initially we already found V0 in terms of VBE, and as well as we have VBE equals to VI. So we are considering step number 5, AVVI equals to V0, where V0 is represented in terms of VBE, where VBE is actually equals to VI. So that's why we can slash the VI, leaving the AV, the open circuit voltage gain in this case, is negative 74.29. Then from there we can find for the voltage gain as usual, and as you can see here for this particular example, we want to relate VI and VS. Normally we use voltage divider, but in particular case, since there is no RS is considered, and as you can see here, VI is actually just equals to VS. VI equals to VS, meaning you don't have to do the voltage divider. Then we come to step number 7, where we can relate V0 with AVVI, where in this case VI is actually just equal to VS, so our voltage gain is actually just the same with the open circuit voltage gain, which is negative 74.29. So here is another example for type 3, but now we need to consider R0 because VA is given as 200 volt and other parameters are given, but just the same thing. First, obviously, we start with the Thevenin equivalent circuit. So please do this example as your own self-revision, okay? So we just proceed with the DC analysis. We get the KVL equation to find for IB and IC values, because at the end of the day, we want to find the value of R pi, R0 and GM, because these are the small signal parameters for our AC analysis. Okay, then don't forget to draw the small signal equivalent circuit. Okay, then start with all the suggested step. Step number 1, find for R out or R0, just the same thing, and then get V0 equation in terms of VBE. Step number 3, calculate for RI, then obviously we relate VBE with VI. Okay, so just now we already have the value of R out or R0 as well as the value of Ri. Now we are looking for this open circuit voltage gain to represent our voltage amplifier model. And in previous step, we already have the V0 in terms of VBE as well as we relate VI and VBE. So you just do the same, where we calculate for open circuit, we get the equation of open circuit voltage, AVVI equals to V0, and this V0 is actually in terms of VBE, where it can be related to VI, and eventually we can get the open circuit voltage gain. Okay, then as usual, get the V0 over Vs. In this particular example, again, Vi is actually equals to Vs. We don't have to do voltage divider because there is no Rs. But if later in another example there is Rs, obviously you need to do the voltage divider. Then for this particular case, we can just proceed to step number 7, where V0 equals to AVVI. AV we already found, and in this case, Vi is just equals to Vs. So the amplifier voltage gain is actually just the same with the open circuit voltage gain that we already found. So basically in this video we have covered two types, which are type 2 and type 3. So altogether we already covered all the three types related to common emitter amplifier. So I think that's all for this video. Thank you so much. Bye.